I'm Sid Vanderpool.
And I'm Jake Klein.
And this is DJNN
here at NAMM 2012.
Well, we see all sorts of people here at NAMM, and some of them are quite different. Some of them are very, very, very cool. And some of the coolest people we've seen here at this NAMM is Corporal Averitt and Sergeant Wang. And we just want to get your perspective on the whole NAMM experience. How are you enjoying it?
Oh, this is fantastic. Unlike any other convention that I've seen before, I've heard about it on the news, but when our sergeant told us, there's an opportunity for us to come here to NAMM, some of us just jumped at the chance. It's fantastic.
It's kind of like it's like a mega store for anybody who likes music, right?
Oh yeah. It's like Disneyland for us.
So what do you think, Sergeant Wang?
It's my first time here, and I really, really love it. I've been in band since I was in middle school, and just seeing, I guess our people almost, just going around, it's great.
So are you going to take something back with you from this experience?
Oh, definitely. Especially technologically wise, some of the microphones and some of the in-ear monitors are just fantastic. That would be great for our contemporary groups.
Thank you very much, and thank you for your service, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm here at line 6 with Mike. Mike is the engineer in charge of this new speaker system. Mike, you want to tell us a little bit about this?
Absolutely. No, we're really excited to launch the Stage Source line of loudspeakers. We've got a couple of different models in the line that we're launching here at the show. Our flagship product is called the L3T, and it's a 3-way tri-amplified powered loudspeaker system. We've got 2 10-inch woofers and a high-frequency horn in the middle. Each woofer gets about 650 watts of power. The compression driver gets about 175 watts of power. So plenty of power for those DJ gigs where you've got to really, move the audience and get them going. Back panel, you've got the stereo, the inputs you get from, to run from your console, from your board. You've got an analog input, stereo input as well. If you've got maybe an iPod or something going directly to it. Loop through, so if you want to loop through and chain multiple speakers together, you can do that as well. Our L6 Link digital networking technology, if you use some of our other gear, you can actually network things together. But they work just well standalone with anybody's gear, of course. One of the key things about the products is a speaker mode here, and what this is at the touch of a button, you revoice the speaker for different applications. So, for example, let's say you've got a PA use, you want something that's nice and neutral and flat to cover an audience, you can go into PA mode. For playback, maybe for DJ gigs, you can actually go to DJ mode or playback mode, and actually that'll give you extra low end, a little extra high end, and still give you the projection to cover a good audience in a nice area there. So, and different modes as well, because the speaker is really flexible for musicians. You got some modes for example, for keyboards, acoustic guitar. Got a side panel here, which is a stereo input, in case you've got some other inputs you want to use, either instruments or just other audio sources.
That side panel, does that come standard on all the speakers, or is there 2 different series?
Okay, we actually have 2 different models. We have the L3T, which is the fully featured model, including the side panel, and we also have a version without the side panel. So if you got your own rig, you've got your own DJ console, you got your own mixer, and you just need the input from the back, you can get that as well in a version that's shipped.
Okay, Mike, I did notice one thing that you didn't touch on. That's this button up here. What does that do?
Absolutely. Feedback suppression. On each input, you've actually got 12 frequencies of feedback suppression built in. And so when you plug a mic into it, that's really handy when you've got mics going in your system. What this is doing is it's constantly scanning this input, and it's looking for any feedback problems. If it detects feedback, it automatically notches it. It figures out what frequency it's happening, and it puts a notch on there so that way it solves your feedback problem by turning that frequency down without killing all your other frequencies and all your other levels.
Sounds fantastic. What is the price point on this now?
The L3T with the side panel is $11.99. The one without the side panel is $9.99. And for DJ use, you can't forget the subwoofer, right? We've got a subwoofer here as well that we're launching. This is called the L3S, S standing for sub. It's a 212 ported cabinet. Again, bi-amplified, so you got about 1,200 watts of power built into it. Got some really cool features for mobile guys because we've got lots of handles. Of course, you can pick it up. It weighs about 88 pounds, so it's not real heavy. But on this side over here, so you got handles here. You can pick it up, from the top and carry it if you want. Of course, a pole mount here on the top. We got another handle down the bottom, so if the thing's lying horizontally, you can pick it up and move it. But you'll also notice we have 2 pole mounts here. If you've got a bigger rig, and maybe let's say one show you've got to do a really large DJ event, put these things on their sides. You can stack some subs on top of each other sideways. Those 2 pole mounts allow you to put 2 poles on it horizontally.
Put a speaker or even a light.
2 speakers or lighting, sure, whatever it is you want to put, absolutely. And probably the best thing about it, it's got a built-in dolly. So see those wheels down there on the bottom? You've actually got 2 wheels on it. Grab this handle, tilt it, and you're out of here. So it's really a fun product. I believe this is $11.49 retail, and also got some speaker modes on this as well, which will change the type of bass you're getting. Some guys may want a little bit of a punchier bass, so you got a mode for that gives you a little bit extra punch, kind of maybe at a higher frequency. Some guys want that extended, boom, shake the car, shake the dance floor bass. We got a mode for that.
Excellent. Thank you, Mike. Once again, another incredible product from Line 6.
Vivid Light has a wireless and battery-powered LED uplight that Chris is going to tell us about.
Hi, my name is Chris. We are a company called Vivid Light. We manufacture wireless LED lighting. It lasts an extremely long time, and it's all remote controlled and rechargeable, and that's what we do.
Now they come in white, they come in black. They're very stylish. They have a yoke on them so you can adjust it, or you can just lay it flat down on the ground. Multiple colors, wireless controller. So if you want to change it to any color you want to change it to, instantaneously. Once again, this is Vivid Light at NAMM 2012. We're in the Mackie booth now, and I'm talking with Ben. And Ben is showing us the new DL1608 mixer, which uses an iPad as a main brain on it, or?
Yeah, absolutely. The iPad is the main user interface. All the processing, the hard work, the preamps are all in the mixer hardware, and the iPad is just the main control interface to the mixer.
Now, exactly how does this work? I mean, we've got an iPad that's in here. Give us kind of a quick run through.
Yeah, let me tell you about it. It's a 16-channel digital live sound mixer. We have 16 of our Onyx mic pre's. They all have EQ, comp, gate on all the inputs. All the outputs have a 31-band graphic and a compressor. We have 6 aux ends and a main left-right. But it's the iPad that's doing all the work for the control. As you see here, it's slid into the cradle and connected via the dock connector, but I can simply slide it out, and you'll see it'll switch over to wireless control almost instantaneously. And now I can take it out and walk around the room and do all my control wirelessly that I was doing before. I'll just set it down, make it easy to see what's going on. I can have up to 10 iPads connected to a single mixer at once, and that lets me do a lot of cool things. One iPad is great. Engineer can walk around, tune the monitors right from on stage, hear it in the back of the room, make sure that everyone has a perfect sound. But with multiple iPads, let's think of a band that mixes their own band on stage. Each member of the band can have an iPad and do all their own monitor mixing right from their very own iPad.
So that kind of eliminates the sound guy, doesn't it, in a way?
Well, there are a lot of bands that have already eliminated their own sound guy because they're doing these shows that don't have sound men or women for them. And so they're already mixing their own monitors. But right now, once the show starts, they don't get to control their mix anymore. And now they can keep mixing with the iPad next to them.
It's very cool. What else do we have on here?
Well, let me give you a quick tour of the user interface. The iPad is a very powerful control surface. The color touchscreen gives me quick access to my input channels. As you see here, I'm looking at the first 8, now the last 8. So very fast to get around. Note that as I do that, the master fader is always available to me, so I always have that. Right now, I'm looking at the left-right mix. If I swipe up, now I'm looking at the aux 1 mix and aux 2. So it's very easy to get to my inputs and outputs. Every input channel has what you'd expect, solo, mute, pan. As I grab the faders, they grow and glow to give me nice positive feedback. You can load icons onto the channels. I have a female singer and a male singer. I can even load a picture. Let's say this channel is being performed by this baby here. So definitely I have a way to identify the channels. Just took that picture with the built-in iPad camera.
Now, does it take any sort of a special iPad?
No, it's just any iPad, and you're going to go download the app off of the App Store. So you don't need anything special. You'll go get your iPad that you may have already purchased, iPad 1 or iPad 2. They're both supported. You'll download that from the App Store, and you're good to go. Let me show you the channel processing. If I hit the EQ button, you'll see I have a 4-band EQ. I can pinch to adjust the Q. If I swipe up, I have my gate and my compressor. Swipe up again, delay and reverb. I even have recording. When I slide the iPad back into the hardware, switch to my mixer screen, you'll see there's a 17-channel labeled iPad. This gives me playback from the iPad into the mixer, so I can integrate intermission music, and I can record the main mix right into the iPad with just a push of the button. Now I'm recording the main mix for easy burning to a CD later or upload to the web.
Very cool, Ben. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. I'm glad to show it to you. It'll be shipping soon, so please check out more at Mackie.com.
And what's the price point on this?
It's going to street for $9.99, so an incredible price point.
Thank you again.
Hi, this is Ozzy Osbourne here for... Ready? Hi, this is your Aussie Jake Klein here at NAMM 2012.